Very good morning to respected ma'am and all my fellow friends present here. My name is Ananya Paul and I am from the 6th semester of English Department, Women's College, Tinsukia. My topic for today's presentation is Symbolism in Desire Under the Elms. Desire Under the Elms is a tragic play composed by Eugene O'Neill in 3 parts. Originally, it was published in 1924. This play not only spotlights the domestic politics of family rivalry, incest, and murder, but is also evocative of Greek tragedy in its approach. Symbolism in the mentioned play is a facile representation of various themes and myths or characteristics of certain characters. But before hovering over the instances where we spot symbolism, we shall look into its definition. What is symbolism? Symbolism may be defined as the use of any part of the play, character, incident setting to suggest an idea necessary for adding depth. So, in addition to imparting depth and luxuriance, symbolism also assists the playwright in universalizing his theme. We can divide the examples of symbolism into 2 parts. First, major examples, and second, minor examples. In major examples, we have the examples of the elm tree, the farmhouse, and the wall, which shall be discussed now. So firstly, the 2 elm trees which are on the each side of the house bend over the house and are symbolic of the 2 mothers, Ma and Abi, who are the first and the third wives of Ephraim Cabot. The maternal trees represent female dominance over the stony farmlands. Ma's spiritual dominance over Eben is staunch enough to overpower his father, and it surely manipulates Eben into paving his path of revenge from his father. A.B. Putnam's domineering influence over Eben is what the second elm tree is suggestive of. She manages to attract the charming stepson. Therefore, it is crystal clear to the readers that the elms also represent Oedipal fixation of Eben towards his mother mistress, which is Abi. The second prominent example of symbolism is that of the farm. The farm symbolizes the materialistic and worldly desires owned by the characters of the play. Security and stability in their lives can solely be attained through their grip over the farm and the farmhouse. So they desire to possess it. So, there are many people who desire to possess it. First being Ephraim Cabot. Ephraim Cabot desires to acquire security and prestige as its possessor. He toils really hard to achieve maximum profit out of it. He also makes his sons and his wives deliver the same kind of energy into the stony farm. A.B. Putnam also strongly desires to own it to be secure from the drudgery that had accompanied her throughout. When she learns that Cabot wouldn't transfer the farm to her as she wasn't the same blood as she offers to have their own child. Simeon and Peter too express their ambition to own it, but it can be neglected. It can be considered negligible since they later aspired to go to California and get rich instead. The most overwhelming desire for possessing the farmlands is Eben's. He not only wants to avenge his mother's death, but also firmly believes that it already is his since it belonged to Ma. The third major example, which I'm going to explain, is the wall and its symbolism. The wall is symbolic of separation. In part 2, scene 2, we see how the bedrooms of Abi and Ephraim and of Evan are separated by a wall of selfhood, which segregates one character from the other. The wall is the sole object which disintegrates the fitness of things, making them crumble all the way. The melting away of the wall is symbolic of the fusion of Abi and Eben, who begin later on to yearn for each other's togetherness. So, separateness as well as association is what is symbolized by the wall. Another implication by the wall is that it locks the individuals in the play in the way that they are unable to escape out of it. Ma's spirit still lived there. The desires of all the other characters is still present there within the walls of the house. And the last implication shall be that the stone wall is also a symbol of the rigidity and hardness of Cabot and his firm belief to work hard in his farms. So these are what I had to say about the major examples. Coming to the minor examples of symbolism, I would like to include the sky, the money, and the women. So, firstly, the sky symbolizes peace and happiness, which is untouched and almost unattained by the characters who desire to have those but cannot have. The second minor example is that of the women. The women symbolize nature. Moor symbolizes the elms, Min symbolizes the warmth of the fields, and Abi the fertility of the fields, and overall is a sensuous being. The third minor example is that of money. Money, which is grabbed by Eben and it is earned by Moore and is technically earned by Cabot, is a symbol not only of greed and materialism but also of intense work and also of self-sacrifice. Thus, symbolism and desire under the elms is in continuous play in several parts of the play. It enriches the existing themes and excites the readers into pondering over various characteristics, whether minor or major in the play, and is noticeably worth appreciation. Thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, ma'am. And here I end my presentation. Thank you.